Yo guys, we're back for another episode of our Burton Career Mode on FIFA 18. Starting today's episode off, getting straight into the games with a game against Middlesbrough. As you see at the minute, having 91 goals so far this season, scored 91 goals. Hopefully we can get them extra 9 in the last 7 games of the season, including this one. If we can get them final 9 goals in the last 7 games, it will be absolutely unbelievable. As we come into this against Middlesbrough on a okay run of form, I guess 2 losses and 2 wins, I believe, in the last 4 games. So we're playing okay, not as good as we should be, but Middlesbrough come straight on the attack here. For the first attack of the game, taking a shot, but it just going wide and over from Besic. It was a very nice piece of play there from Middlesbrough, really attacking well from the off, really putting us under pressure, but Besic couldn't quite make it count there with the first chance of the game. But a few moments later, we do come on our attack of our own as we try and get the ball down the wing with Cogley on the ball, who cuts inside, plays an absolutely brilliant cross, but somehow Hopper puts the ball wide of the post, and honestly he should have done so much better there. He sliced the header completely and didn't quite get his head on the ball properly there. As you see, it just sort of skims off his head where it should have been in the back of the net and 1-0, but unfortunately it doesn't, and it remains at 0-0 as Middlesbrough come on the attack again, trying to put us under pressure and do exactly that. And Patrick Bamford put Middlesbrough in the lead very early on in this game. Really terrible defending there. As you see, the gap just opens up for Bamford, and there was literally nothing we could really do about it, to be honest. It was absolutely dreadful defending. 2 players run towards Bamford and he takes them both out with a quick turn, and Blackman couldn't get his hand on the ball, couldn't get down low enough, quick enough, and it does end up in the back of the net, and it means we are 1-0 down within a few minutes of the game starting. And Bamford is a player I might look at signing in this summer. But as Middlesbrough start gaining their attacks more and more, they come on another one here, really starting to string a few attacks together and really putting us under pressure, and there was not a lot we could do about it. As Ledbetter gives it into Howson, who takes a shot, but it just goes wide of the post there. Howson maybe should have done a bit better, but luckily for us he doesn't. But moments later they do come on another attack, and like I say, really putting us under pressure at this point, as they're just rolling, they're just jogging past all the defenders, and an absolute wonder strike there from Howson. Moments later, missing his chance, but this one he wasn't going to miss, and absolutely smashes the ball in the back of the net and makes it 2-0. He was on the ball for so long, nobody went in to tackle him, and in the end he just thought, you know what, we're in a bit of space. He takes the shot and it smashes it into the back of the net. Blackman couldn't quite get there, didn't quite have the agility to get off his line there, but it does end up in the back of the net, and it means we are now 2-0 down within the first half. It's just not good enough, especially at the end of this season, being as it is near the end now, and we're really looking to push for the title. It's not doing good enough. As you see, they come on another attack. Adama cuts inside, takes a shot, and luckily hits the bar. He should have maybe done a bit better there, but he didn't, and luckily for us the score does remain at 2-0, and it still gives us a little bit of a chance, a little bit of a glimmer of hope to actually get ourselves back in this game. As we come forward on one of very few attacks, as Sordell cuts into the box with ease, takes a shot, but he couldn't quite get the ball out of his feet quick enough, and the defender, Ben Gibson, gets back just in time and tackles him very well, gets his leg inside the way of the shot, and he turns it behind for a corner, which actually ends up for nothing. But moments later, we do come on another attack. Akins takes a shot, but it gets cleared out. And we go out for the throw in here, as you see. Sordell on the ball, throws the ball into McCroy, who gives it into Miller, who passes it inside, and Akins, just onside, pulls himself back from the line of the defence and puts us in contention to actually get ourselves back in this game. And he scores very, very luckily, to be honest. The defence could have easily got there, and so could Randolph, but he didn't quite do so quick enough, and Akins slots it just underneath his arm and his body and puts us back in contention to actually get ourselves back in this game at 2-1. But we couldn't actually do anything with the ball after that goal, and that is how the game ends. It does finish 2-1. I think we should have done better, really, to be honest. It was the fact that they scored 2 goals early on in the first half that really set us out for the rest of the game. We couldn't really get ourselves back into it. Akins came on and tried his best, got himself a goal, but couldn't really do much after that. Really, the chances just shallowed out after that, and nothing really happened. But straight after that, we go straight into the second game of today's episode against Birmingham City right now. Hopefully can get ourselves a win in this one, as we are on the 31st game, which means after this game we've only got 5 games of the season left, and it's really starting to come to a close. As you see here, we're very, very close to the end of the season now, and it's really getting to that point of the season where we need to be winning every game we possibly can and not dropping any points because of how close it is at the top of the table between us and Wolves. As you see, the lineup for Birmingham here, and one player we'll definitely be looking out for in this game is Shea Adams, because I love him on this game, and he's probably a player that I'll definitely look at signing in the summer. Even though the strikers are playing very well, as you've seen, like we're scoring a lot of goals, not so much in the last game, but still, as we come forward moments into the game, boys, as I was saying about the strikers really performing this season, Boyce has really started to come into his own at the last stages of the season by banging that one into the top corner to make it 1-0 just moments into the first half, as we take a shot here, and it was a brilliant piece of play. Boyce gets himself into position, takes the shot and whips it round to Kuszczak's left arm, and it goes into the top right corner with a brilliant piece of play. And like I say, he's started to rack up the goals at the end of the season. But a few minutes later, that man that we are looking at is Shea Adams, makes a brilliant run here. He gives the ball off to Ndoye, who passes it back to Shea Adams, but unluckily for him, he puts the ball over the bar. And hopefully in this game he won't perform as well as I hope he will for us. I'm just looking at him to see how well he is playing this season, because if he's showing that kind of form at the minute, straight into the first half, then he's looking like a good player to sign, and he's only young and English, so hopefully we can look into signing him. But moments later, Boyce gets on the ball again, gets himself into the box again, and scores again, with it being his second goal of the game, and the team's second goal to put us 2-0 up now, with a brilliant piece of play. It was a great piece of play for Boyce to open up the gap, as you see here. 2 defenders run towards the man, don't tackle successfully, and Boyce lets open an absolute firecracker of a shot into the top left corner. There was no way the keeper was saving that whatsoever, and Boyce bagging, like I was saying, bagging up his goals now at this point of the season where we really need him to be. Which means we are now 2-0 up in the first few minutes of the first half. But coming in now to the second half, they get on the ball of a little attack of their own. As Shea Adams, that man again on the ball, not afraid of running at the defence, does exactly that. But I think that shot was going wide anyway. But it does get deflected behind for a corner. It really shouldn't have been, because honestly the ball was going wide anyway. But Buxton got in the way, and it does mean it goes out for a corner where they do take it and grounds. gets a header off, but it does go just wide of the post. Should have done better, really, to be honest. From that position, he had 2 men on him, but I think he should have done better by at least getting the shot on target. But he couldn't do so, and luckily for us, the score remains at 2-0. But again, they do start racking up the pressure and putting us under it as Shea Adams again on the ball. And this time his shot goes in the back of the net to make it 2-1 at this point. Honestly, he was playing so well. And literally, if anything, he deserved to get 3 points out of this game for the way he played. But the team around him didn't. He was playing so well. And as you see here, this is why I want him to sign him. Because he's so good in the area, and when he gets the ball, it's like there's no stopping him. He's so quick and agile on the ball. He's absolutely brilliant. And he has scored that goal to make it 2-1 and give Birmingham a bit of a chance back in this game. As you see, he's scored 9 goals this season as well. So he's definitely looking like a player we're looking to sign in for the Premier League season. But here, Shea Adams again on the ball in the second half. Turns the ball back. Takes a brilliant pass inside to Ndoye, who slots it at Blackman's near post. And definitely Blackman should have done better there. Because honestly, fair enough, the defence, I don't know where the defence was at that point. But it just left a massive gap for Ndoye. And honestly, Blackman should have had that near post covered. There was such a small gap there. He should have had that saved, and definitely not should have been in the back of the net. But that does mean Shea Adams now has a goal and an assist for this game. So as the game progresses, he's looking like more and more of a good signing. And it does mean we have lost a 2-goal lead to make it 2-2 as Shea Adams again comes forward, but puts that shot just wide of the post. And honestly, that was an easier finish than his first one was. If he took it on his other foot to the other side of the goal, then I think it would have been us game over at 3-2. And I don't think I would have wanted to play anymore. But we do come on an attack of our own here with Will Miller showing why he can play the game. And he takes a shot and just drags it just wide of the post. Unluckily for us, couldn't quite put it in the back of the net. It was a very nice piece of play from Miller there. I love him for him using his pace and everything like that. Just need to get his finishing up a little bit, and I think he'll be one of the main players for our season next season. But we do come forward on the ball again, trying to get ourselves back in the lead because we were really putting pressure on Birmingham at this point. Really trying to get ourselves back in the lead as we come forward again. But again, Randolph makes the save. It's not Randolph, is it? It's I can't remember. Kuszczak is the one that makes the save, and again we come on the attack, and again the ball goes wide of the post, and Sordell was, honestly, I've praised this guy throughout the season, and this game he was just taking everything away that he'd done all season with an absolute tragic game. For how many chances he was having throughout the game, he just wasn't doing enough to get the goals. His Boyce comes into the box looking for his hat-trick, cuts inside, takes a shot, and Kuszczak again there to make the save. And it goes behind for a corner after the defender turns it behind. And honestly, in the second half of this game, as we started really putting the pressure on Birmingham, Kuszczak was having the game of his life in the second half. As the last piece of play for the game, we come forward as we see the man out wide, absolutely open. Allen takes the shot and it hits the post and gets cleared away for the last action of the game. And honestly, I don't know how I missed that shot. It hit the post, and honestly, I think my eyes were seeing it in the back of the net before it had even happened, and he fluffed his lines and it went into the post. And fair enough, Allen hasn't scored many goals this season, but he could have just been himself a hero at this point, but he absolutely fluffs the chance. But that is the end of today's episode, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and peace.